Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Piofiore 1926, continuing in Chapter 3 of Orlok's Route. It has been a couple of days for me, so fuck is happening? I don't remember, but whatever. That's what happens. Actually, and I actually played 2 days ago. It's only been 2 days. So. Normally it's 3 days or something. Look, I'm not fully braining today, okay? Shit is not, everything is scrambled up in here, so we're doing the best we can. Anyway, after dinner, I was led to one of the guest rooms. It's been such a long day. Suddenly, she just busted all up in here, Orlok. What the fuck? Space, look! Orlok rushed into my room. I could have been naked. Is that what you were hoping for, you pervert? I'm just kidding. What's wrong? We were each offered a room of our own. We still got a room of our own when we were banging Gil. I'm just saying. He's polite like that. Hold on. My hair is messed up. Several of Visconti members had left to collect our luggage from the hotel where we were staying before tonight. The bed. Bed? Well, just sit on it. Okay. Pressured by Orlok's urgency, I slowly sat down onto the bed. It's so soft. My body sank into the bed unlike any I had ever slept in before. He did not just bust into this motherfucking room in a panic look! We're like, what? He's like, sit on that motherfucking cloud of a bed, bitch! Seriously? That's kind of fucking adorable, and I'm kind of here for it. I slowly reached out to the freshly pressed pajamas folded on top of the blanket. This is soft, too! Man, see what would happen if you were dating one of the rich mafia men? I'm just saying, they're all hot. And they got money, so there's no downside. They might end up dead, and you could probably get stabbed at some point. Probably, and we have. But no risk, no reward, right? I kind of feel like being with Orlok's far fucking riskier than being with any of the mafia members. I'm just throwing it out there. Okay? Because the church is scary. The mafia is we don't pretend. The church fucking pretends that they all nice and they hide behind Jesus, but they fucking scary, right? Anyway. I slid my hand over the bed linens, which felt incredibly supple and smooth. I could hardly believe such quality existed. And could you imagine? I'm not sure if it would have been so much better 1920s quality versus modern, because I feel modern quality should be better. You should be feel this shit. But I also feel we've downgraded. You know what I mean? Because that level of quality would be I'm not spending $3,000 on a pillowcase! The fuck is that shit? Going down and getting $3 at fucking Walmart. You know what I mean? Good enough. I had pajamas ready in my room, too. But is it really alright to wear them? I know you're gonna get spoiled. And the towels look brand new. What should I do? Oh, sweetie. They just do laundry. It's fine. Not using them might be rude, so... We marveled at each item we encountered in the room with the same words of praise. This is just so funny. I would absolutely, in a rich person's house, be the same way, holy shit! Is this wood, real? It's not, particle board shit? Or, nah, it's fucking real wood! Shut up, I have real wood furniture. Called my grandparents' furniture that I finally just got, a month ago. That shit's real wood. Real 1940s wood furniture. It smells like it, too. But you know what I mean? Everything else in my house is, fucking particle board shit. Okay, I do not have expensive shit. Oh my god. It's so nice. It's got the real dovetail fucking joints. That shit was made legit. It looks horrible. Because it's been through some shit. It's also 80 fucking years old. And It was sitting for 2 years in a storage unit that was like leaking, so there's like water damage on pieces. So it's like, it's unfortunately like good quality, not in the best fucking shape. So, but honestly, my particle board shit would have like absolutely evaporated. You would have walked in and been like, I had furniture in here. It would have literally crumbled to dust. So, you know, little bit, the veneer panel on one side of the wood kind of came off, so you're like, you just gotta cover that or put a varnish or something on it, because now it's just like raw fucking wood there. You know. But, you know. And the fact that it smells like a musty ass fucking basement. But that's because it was your grandparents' house. You know? It smells like your grandparents', which apparently is old must. I'm trying to descent the drawers. But I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty sure the baking soda buckets in there, the little charcoal packets. I've got candles in some of the drawers. I got a bath bomb in one just to see. Like, I am testing out so much shit to see if I can get. They're starting to get to the point where I'm like, all I can smell is the white vinegar I basically doused them in to try to get away from the must smell. It's been weeks. It takes a long fucking time to get, like, 50 plus years of, like, musty old people smell out of drawers. I'm just saying, nobody wants to fucking smell like your grandparents. I loved my grandparents, but, like, I don't want to smell like their fucking basement. That's all I'm saying. As nostalgic as that scent is when you smell it, you're like, oh, it smells like my grandparents' house. And anyone else would be like, it smells like musty mothballs. And you're like, yeah, well, that was my grandparents' basement. Like, nostalgic smell, but it doesn't make it a good one. It was a very fucking weird place to be. Anyway, I have real wood furniture. That was my point. But people had to die for me to get it. Couldn't afford I could barely afford particle board. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so I would be like them, feeling all their fucking shit. Like, what? This is soft. What is this, 5,000 thread count sheets? I got 2. 2 thread counts. Anyway, after a while, we finally calmed down and Orlok spoke cautiously. Absolutely could understand this. But I still love it. Like, because it's something you don't think about until it gets brought up and you're like, I would absolutely be acting the same way. So, like, I can't blame Orlok, and that's kind of why it's adorable, because you're like, yeah, same. It's strange. The dinner was delicious, too. Everything here is so warm. It is. If only I had spoken with him sooner. If only I hadn't made the wrong choices. Maybe we would never have fought like we did. And with Dante as well. Think about how nice Dante's shit was, too. Orlok. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I can't just go back in time. No, don't worry. Why don't we both go to sleep for now? Yes, I guess. We both nodded quietly in the vastness of the beautiful room. She's like, and also, I'm pretty sure every place we have ever stayed in our entire lives could fit in this one room. Like, oh, are you sleeping in the same room with us? You're supposed to be in your own bed, you naughty boy. I want this goddamn queen-size bed all to my fucking self. Get the hell out. I'm used to having to share a twin bed with you. Need my space, Orlog. Peaceful sleeping face was always so cute. I'm assuming we read the aria. Yeah. Sleeping face. After a night, sitting together by the fireplace, Orlok discovers that he and the heroine fell asleep. Oh yeah, sure. Accidentally. Okay, for a hot second I was like, is there no volume? No, you just hear the birds chirping. It's very quiet, obviously, but... Suddenly, that was Orlok. I suddenly awoke. And next to me was Space, sleeping next to me under the same blanket. Next to me was Space, sleeping next to me. No fucking way. Just weird. She came with me to the hideout. We were talking in front of the fireplace, and I slowly recalled the events of last night. Oh, yeah? I should have been outside to guard against intruders, but her warmth beside me was strangely comforting. After a while, she fell asleep first. Of course, okay, never mind. We are also wearing the same, like, little cross thing. So, I guess, yeah, I mean, we're not a disciple, but I'm just saying. Did they explain in the first game how we got those? Is it just like whatever? Did he give it to, like, I'm just, it's kind of just like, did he give it to us? No, I can't remember. I just noticed we were wearing the same one, and I was like, all right, well, there goes that theory where, like, I wouldn't know another disciple. They're wearing a cross just like you. It's kind of obvious. But we are also, so then someone would, like, punch us in the face, and we'd be like, I'm not a disciple, it's just a cross. But they're just all the same, so, see what you're doing, church. You give all your disciples this cross, but you also give it to other people just to kind of, like, throw me off the... you can't fool me. Just punch everyone that wears the cross. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that would be a dead giveaway. You'd be like, I saw this person and they seem kind of sus, and they were also wearing a cross, so I gotta keep an eye on them. Figure out if they're a disciple. I'm just saying it would be an easy way to narrow it down. After a while, she fell asleep first. I was worried that she might wake up if I moved away from her. And part of me didn't want to move away either, and I fell asleep too. I never thought I could sleep so soundly next to someone else. I must have been a child the last time I did, but not once since I was taken in by the church. We're still surrounded by danger. How could I feel guilty for letting my guard down? But I wished I could move closer to her, feel her warmth even more. I really couldn't understand why it was so difficult to leave her side. I'm just that magnetic, yo. And your heart beating faster. You should get that checked. Just from looking at Spacey's sleeping face, my chest felt a tightness that was new to me. You should get that checked too. It felt painful, but not unpleasant. That could be warning signs, though. Or, look, I think you have heart disease. You should go to a doctor. Why is this? And this has never happened to me before. Maybe I've caught an illness. Just saying. I need to keep myself healthy so that I can protect her properly. I've been training rigorously since childhood. My health and resilience were everything. Now I felt incredibly weak for some reason. I sighed, feeling disappointed in myself. It's kind of cute because, I mean, like, normally if you feel chest tightness, pain in your chest, shortness of breath, incredibly weak, I don't know, you should see a doctor. But, like, it is kind of funny when they're like, oh my god, I think I'm ill, and you're like, oh, sweetie, that's just love. That's really not exactly how love feels. Like, oh my god, I can't breathe, I'm having chest pains, it's because I'm in love. No, you're having a heart attack, buddy. Like, felt her stirring, but she didn't move away me? She didn't move away from me. So cute. I wanted to touch her soft golden hair, but I restrained myself from doing so. Just a little while longer. Just until she woke up. Stay. Look upon Spacey's sleeping face. How fucking weird is that? You wake up and someone's staring at you. Her peaceful sleeping face was always so cute. After confirming that Space was asleep, I quietly left the room. He just stayed until we were asleep. Good job. Sensing someone's presence, I looked over. Gil's like, whoa, you're a guest in my house, yo. Gil look at his little shocked Pikachu face. Gilbert was walking down the hallway, looking at me with blinking eyes. Hey, can't sleep? Gil's like, what you doing? Gil's winking, but with his other eye. Gil, that's the eye that's behind your eye patch. You gotta wink with the right eye, sweetie. Yes, I usually have trouble sleeping. And the truth was that I could sleep if I needed to. But I wanted to stay awake because, despite our alliance, I didn't fully trust Gilbert. That's sad. That hurts me, Thorlock. After a moment's pause, he nodded. You see, how about a drink? I glanced toward the room she was sleeping in. I didn't sense anyone else around. Understood. I nodded and followed him to the lounge. You're old enough to drink, right? You had a lot of beer, so I bet you can handle more. He opened the bottle without waiting for my response. You can drink, right? No, I mean, you're gonna give me some anyway. Also, Gil, I find it funny that of all the shit you do, you're concerned about giving a minor liquor in your house. Someone who might only be like, well, actually, didn't he say 19? So, like, what's the legal drinking age in Italy in the 20s? Obviously not 21. Most places it's not 21. That's only in America. We're like, 21! Pay taxes, but don't drink, because you fucking need it. Trust me. Anyway, but like, so it says like 17 or 18, because some countries it's like 17, right? I don't know, it feels weird. But like, he's like, you can drink, right? Have some anyway. Gil, you're a criminal, and your concern is in your own house, someone who's not leaving, who's an adult at least, giving them a drink? I'm just... Anyway. But, me, you prefer to drink with Oliver? I just wanted us to have a chat. You don't trust me yet, do you? Despite my silence, he continued to pour the liquor into the glasses. Can't say I blame you. Here, drink up. It's not poisoned or anything. If that was my plan, I'd have done it during dinner. Thank you. Question mark. Pushed the glass into my hand, so I decided to take a sip. He's also pouring himself one right out of the same thing, so if it's poisoned, he'd be poisoning himself. But, you know, like with Yuan, I've built up a tolerance. I'll use more next time. I don't need to tell you this, but I meet a lot of enemies here in town, and I bet you're only going to make more. So what's the plan here? You gonna off each and every one of them? I don't want to kill any more. No? Even if the Signorina's in danger? Well, as her image appeared in my mind, I found myself at a loss for words. I'm not saying you should kill everyone that comes after you, folks, but I just want you to be aware what you're trying to accomplish will be very difficult. You don't want to kill anyone, but you still have to protect her and yourself from being killed. Something I thought about day and night. Yeah, there's a difference between kind of like what the church had you do, going off and killing a bunch of, and like the mafia people, and like doing it to protect yourself. I don't really, again, remember though the end of Orlok's route. Was he like doing it because the church told me, or like doing it because fuck you all? Or was he doing it to save us because they were all shady bastards after me? It's possible, but whatever. My choices may put her in danger no matter what it was I chose to do. And Gilbert was probably just giving me advice out of concern. You're a guest of the Visconti, but a lot of my guys know exactly who you are. Some aren't ready to welcome you with open arms. We're all human, so it's only natural. But they'll listen to what I say. I assure you that they won't lay a finger on either of you. But they might glare at you. Grazie, Gilbert. I am really, truly grateful for that. At the same time, I'm not sure how effective your guarantee will be. I smiled slightly, and Gilbert's shoulders shook with a hearty laugh. You've got some balls, don't you? We're the most powerful family in Berlin, you know? Especially because you killed the other competition, basically. And I'm their boss, which means you can take my word to the bank and cash it. How much is it worth? My word is worth everything. Alright, no, but I mean like dollar signs. If I'm going to take it to the bank and cash it, I need to know. How much am I writing on the slip that I'm depositing into my account? $1 million? Like, what's going on? I will take it to the bank and cash it, Gil! I will take that money. I felt like I knew him a little better now after our short exchange. I could tell that he was worried about us in his own way. While it didn't ease all my nerves, I could relax a little more now. Chapter 4 already. Wake up, Space. It's morning. Seems dark in here. Slowly opened my eyes at his gentle voice. Orlok? I bolted up upon noticing the unfamiliar ceiling. It's unusual to see you sleep for so long. Did you sleep well? You're like, have you felt this mattress? wanted sleep for the rest of eternity. Yes, well enough to make me oversleep. Orlok looked pleased, but I couldn't help but blush. Maybe so much had happened lately, or maybe it was that the bed was so comfortable, or a combination of both. I felt like I hadn't slept like this in ages. I looked at Orlok, noticing something different compared to last night. Orlok, something happened? I was just a little fucking drunk. Still, Gil and I just got back 2 hours. Kidding. He seemed more relaxed than before, like a load had been taken off his shoulders. Well, I spoke with Gilbert for a while after you went to sleep. Did? Whatever they spoke about must have been a good conversation. I decided not to pry and climbed out of bed. Oh, and looks like breakfast is prepared. They said we can come whenever we're ready. Then let me get changed. Okay, I'll wait outside. After Orlok closed the door behind him, I quickly got dressed. I'm so sorry for oversleeping. We hurried into the room when... Good morning. I see you've slept well. Fucking Emilio's everywhere. Emilio! Anyway. Sorry, the Emilio screaming came after the fact of like, why the fuck are you everywhere? That was my first thought, so sorry. Orlok's face. Like, his bright smile was one we never expected to greet us this morning. I know, right? Like, Emilio, what the fuck, yo? What are you doing here, Emilio? Like, God, Emilio, 5 minutes! I love Emilio. Why, I came to see how you two were doing, of course. It looked like the perfect day to stop by. When he disappeared from the casino, I assumed he needed to return to Rome. He probably did return to Rome. The kid's magic. His unexpected reappearance rendered us speechless. You got here earlier, but I gotta admit, I was surprised to hear that he's your guardian. Guardian isn't the right word. Yeah, Gilbert's like, he's your guardian, but he looks like he's fucking 10. And you're like, yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's like 1,000, couple hundred. Hey, Emilio, you haven't had breakfast, have you? Want some pizza? Pizza for breakfast? Gil, what the fuck? Where the hell was that in your route? You know what, Space? I'm sorry, but we gotta leave Orlok and we gotta marry Gilbert. This man gives me pizza for breakfast. Also, why my ass isn't gonna fit in this fucking chair soon. I'm just saying, pizza for breakfast sounds amazing. Not a breakfast pizza, like a real fucking pizza. You know when you have leftover pizza, like the next morning you're like, yeah, pizza for breakfast. And then some for lunch, and then like, you know what I mean? Now I want pizza, Gil. Fuck, what the... In the morning? How extraordinary to live as you do. Emilio, that is basically like the most polite and wonderful way to my exact sentiments. In the morning? I love it! And Gil, it's not leftover. You know, it's fresh made. He didn't get delivery. Not DiGiorno either. They didn't have that then. Emilio took a seat at the table, unbothered by nothing in the world except the notion of pizza for breakfast. Emilio really is a mystery. Why can't you have pizza for breakfast? You can have pancakes for dinner. But then, like, I wouldn't eat fish for breakfast, or, like, you could have, like, ham in, like, an omelet, like a ham and cheese omelet or something, or, like, on, like, a ham and egg sandwich. And, like, okay, you got, like, sausage and stuff, but, like, I can't do, like, chicken for breakfast. I mean, I guess if it was in, like, a southwestern omelet or something, there was some chicken in there, you're like, alright. But, like, chicken and waffles, like, what the fuck is that shit? Fried chicken is for dinner? I don't know. There's just certain things that I can't fucking eat for breakfast. Okay? Unless breakfast is at, like, 11 and then it's brunch. You know what I mean? But, like, breakfast food you can pretty much eat all the fucking time. Because then again, most American breakfast food is, like, dessert. So. But, like, eggs and stuff like that, you can have fucking eggs any goddamn time. But, like, fish or, like, chicken for no. No. I don't... It's just weird. Salad? It's a salad with breakfast. The fuck are you having salad in the morning for? I don't know why I can't do it. It's just weird, okay? It's just weird to me. It's a personal thing. The pizza for breakfast? Fuck, I'm there for that. Spacey has some really weird fucking odd things. Anyway. It was as if he could read us like a book, always appearing one step ahead along the way. Yeah. His presence beside us at the church was of a similar nature, and even now when we're alone, he continued to watch over us. May I ask what you're eating, Oliver? These? They're potato pancakes made with grated potatoes fried in flour batter. That sounds like a hash brown. I think I might prefer pancakes instead of pizza. Well, do help yourself as much as you like. Thank you, if you don't mind. Fucking Oliver's like, please let me feed the children! I feel like Oliver should absolutely love fucking Emilio, because he's like, oh, I'm gonna take care of you, and Emilio's like, I'm older than you! Can't guarantee you Emilio is the oldest person in this fucking house. Maybe older than multiple people added together. Orla chose some brown potato pancakes, sausages, and sauerkraut from the dishes in front of us. But see, again, sauerkraut for dinner. Although I like pancakes. Potatoes and sauerkraut is so fun. Sauerkraut and potatoes is so good. We used to have that as a kid. That used to be like, well, it was like knockwurst and sauerkraut, but it would be like any kind of like, not like a sausage, but like any kind of bratwurst, like knockwurst, like you could do the fucking like the kielbasa kind of things, and like those, those are actually really good with rice and barbecue sauce, honestly. But like, we used to have like knockwurst and sauerkraut, and then you have the potatoes, and then the sauerkraut, and then and you'd mix it all together, and it would just be. And I don't know, I haven't had it in fucking forever, but like, damn, I have a can of sauerkraut in my cabinet, and I keep looking at it like, you should just make that and like instant mashed potatoes, or like I have real potatoes, so I could just mash them myself. You know what I mean? And it's like, let's throw some sauerkraut on that shit. Don't know why it's so fucking good. Just one of those weird things. It's just good. As the food quickly disappeared from Orlok's plate, Oliver nodded with satisfaction. Dad mode. I thought that German dishes might not be to your taste, but I'm glad to see you enjoy them. Similar to last night, Oliver offered Orlok more food to encourage him to have seconds. You're gonna have to roll fucking Orlok out of here when we leave. Jesus, Oliver. Love him. With Orlok's father being of German descent, perhaps the taste is comforting. That explains why everything is in German. Orlok's father? Emilio's voice was quieter than usual as he wondered aloud to himself. And you're like, how do you know who well, wait, wasn't Rosberg like... Didn't we kind of feel like it was his father or something? I don't remember. Or it was just like, he just treated him like a son. I can't... So, Emilio knows who Orlok's father is? Was that just a theory I had? Because I don't know why in my brain I'm always like, wasn't Rosberg like his actual fucking dad? Or it was just like he basically, because he took him into the church, he was like, treated him like a son and favored him as if he... You know what I mean? Did I get something else mixed up with that? Am I crazy? I probably am. I mean, yes, I am, but in this respect. I can't quite remember. I looked over at Orlok, who was eating just as quickly as Oliver could serve him more food. When is it, Signorina? Is the breakfast too heavy for you? No, not at all. Oh, we're getting a thing. Everything looks delicious. Thank you. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I clicked the wrong button instead of up. Hold on. Hold on. Before we read this. Okay, here. Shelter. I don't want to accidentally click the wrong button I had to hold. I don't want to miss it. Oh, Leo. Oh, Leo. Oh, Leo's having a flashback. Oh. I was like, Leo, what happened? The blood. Anyway. Leo, don't be brash. Never mind me. And take care of your wound first. This should stop the bleeding. Seeing that I'd gotten hit, he pulled off his scarf and handed it to me. Looking down at it, I felt just how expensive it was. There was no way I could use this to... Don't worry about it. Just hurry. Your life is worth more than that piece of cloth. Honestly, I mean seriously. Your life is worth more than a piece of cloth. But you know how, like, That just seems so nice. You're giving me a really expensive fucking scarf. You know? Because that's how much he cared about you, Leo. That just makes you be like, damn it, Leo, I can understand your pain, and I know we're dating Orlog, but I can't blame you for being pissed at him. Memories of my time with him flashed through my mind with each step I took through town. The answer was unclear since that rainy day. Senior Redford took me back to his place and gave me a towel to dry off. I held the towel in my hands, but I couldn't move for some reason. Fine, I'll do it. Oh, and then Gilbert just ruffling his hair as he dries his hair. That's so cute. Stop it! Why do you have to have these touching moments that make me feel for everyone, the people that they lost and all this shit, and it just makes me angry at Orlog? Like, Game, this is rude. Senior Redford chuckled and began drying off my hair with the towel. Say, Leo, I know exactly how you feel. What's the point in revenge? Besides, you're no match for Orlok. Hold on. Joker, you need to learn to stand the fuck up. Driving me crazy. Pop figures suck. I like my little pop figures, but they don't stand. Joker won't stand up. He keeps top heavy. And it's kind of annoying that I have to, like, tilt him and, like, put him at an angle, because then it kind of drives me crazy when I see him, like, not. But they can't stand. He won't stand. I turn around constantly, and he is literally face first trying to jump off my shelf. I just noticed it. He obviously fell over probably in the middle of the night. Anyway. I don't care if I'm no match for him. You know that Dante and Nicola wouldn't have wanted you to throw your life away. Then what else can I do? What can I do for Dante and everyone else who died? I just couldn't hold back the pain anymore. No. That's something you need to figure out for yourself. I should let you know, I'm gonna team up with Orlok. Not that I want to fight against the Falzone, but I also don't plan on being buddies with Raoul. Nothing like Dante or Nicola. He says he's gonna get you guys out of the Mafia, but that doesn't mean he won't resort to underhanded deeds of his own. Which means that if you stay with the Falzone, we'll have to face each other as enemies. Look, kid, I like you. If you want to stay in the Mafia, there's no better place for you than here. Oh, Gil, stop it! Of course, if you really want to work under Raoul, I ain't gonna stop you. I need to make a choice, even if it kills me. Leo, let go of your anger. Okay? I know that you're angry at Orlok, and I feel like you should be able to sit down with him and be like, I'm going to tell you the fuck off, and you're going to sit there and you're going to listen to me berate you and tell you how much I hate you and how much you suck, and how I'm just going to verbally stab you, and you're going to let me do it. And then I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to forgive you. And I'm going to join frickin' Gilbert. I'm still going to hate you underneath, because I'm really never going to forgive you for it, but I will suck it up and tolerate your existence. I'm gonna go work for Gilbert. The end. And then you won't have to die, Leo. It was too great a loss to keep on living. They meant everything to me. Oh, sweetie, stop. He doesn't even have us to make him feel better because we didn't get to know him as our buddy. I wiped away my tears with the back of my hand and left. Leo's so gonna die, isn't he? Stop! I don't think I can take that. I don't think I can take it. I won't be able to handle that. I might actually cry because, like, Leo is just so sad right now. He was always so peppy and happy, and you're like a little ball of sunshine, and then you just, like, you took away the sunshine from our sunshine. That doesn't make any fucking... You can't do that! And then make it worse and then kill him? No! Stop! He was all of our hopes and dreams. It sounds weird saying that, but I mean, it's literally like, because he is just joy and happiness and just a little ball of sunshine. So you're like, I has all my hopes and dreams right there, see? Like, all the good, wonderful, sparkly things, and then you just ripped that all fucking away and made him gloomy and sad and broken, and you can't fucking do that. Rude! Anyway. It seemed I was the only one who heard Emilio, so I decided not to pursue it any further. I began to fill my plate, thinking that I'd ask him about it when I got the chance. After breakfast, Gilbert and Oliver went out on business together. The only ones in the lounge were me, Orlok, and Emilio. I decided to use this opportunity to ask Emilio what had been on my mind. Emilio, were you planning on coming to Berlone from the start? I don't remember hearing you mention it when we spoke in Rome. And the Visconti Manor of all places? Is it really because you're worried about us? Emilio smiled at my question. The church is behaving rather strangely, so I decided I might be of greater use here in Berlone. Have you any other questions? He seemed open enough about it. Ask about the candidate. Ask about Orlok's father! Probably have to ask about frickin' Johann, but I want to ask about Orlok's father! Yeah. Damn it! Maybe we get to ask both. I only scrolled up enough to see one. The prospective disciple, Johann, seems to know Orlok personally. It sounded like he has some personal grudge. Do you know anything about it, Emilio? I mean, I guess this is really far more imperative than asking about Orlok's father, but I'm just saying. And from what I remember, perspectives aren't told the identities of any disciples. Emilio's smile broadened as he nodded with satisfaction. That is one of the reasons why I decided to come to Berlone. When I initially informed you of the mission, I had yet to learn of his feelings toward you. Which is why I didn't think to warn you. But the situation has indeed changed. It's true that Johann resents you, Orlok. That's because he was told something about you. Something he was never meant to know. And he was told by other pretty boy with the heterochromia. Just throwing it out there. We don't know the name of, who's like priest, and you were like, what are you, like 15? Stop that. He's like he's like 20. He's beautiful, but he's got kind of a little baby face, you know what I mean? Like, he's got this kind of innocent eyes. He's a little, you're not quite in the normal 25-year-olds, but you're also not like the 18-year-old, like, Orlok's 19 now, but whatever. You're like, you're just in that weird range where I can't really tell, you know? And then there's Emilio, who's probably like 500 and looks like he's 10, but... Emilio also mentioned that the church was acting strangely. Does that mean what Emilio just said is somehow related? But would Johann resent me? It's a deeply personal reason, one which I believe should come from Johann himself. However, tell me, do you really wish to know? The truth behind why Johann seeks your death may be difficult to hear. I turned my attention to Orlok, who thought on it silently for a moment. You're like, I for one want to know! Can you tell me after? And if Orlok doesn't want to know, because I want to. We kind of already know, but I want the details, the nitty-gritty details. We know brother was killed, and you blame Orlok. But did Orlok kill him? Was he killed so that Orlok could get this job? You know what I mean? I think it was more like they killed him, and then Orlok got the job. You know what I mean? Not Orlok killed him by accident type of a thing, because Orlok, I think, would remember. Well, he wouldn't remember Johann, but he'd be like, oh, is it about that kid that I killed? You know what I mean? Well, I mean, he's killed a lot of people, so I guess what? I do wish to know. If it's a misunderstanding, we can clear things up, but if not, I'll accept my wrongdoings. Of course, I cannot afford to accept death in any case. Orlok was very calm about the situation. He didn't appear anxious or upset in the least. Last year, we seemed to be thrown into chaos with little choice but to run from every danger. But now, Orlok was determined to face it head-on. His presence felt more reliable than ever. Oh, I just want to throw out here right now, as I'm looking over at my thermostat, and I'm like, oh, it's warm. Whatever. It's like almost fucking 60 degrees today. Where the hell was that weather the weekend I lost my power? It was like fucking cold in the 30s. And like now it's like, oh, like 60. That's cool. Oh, fuck that. What the hell? Hello? What the balls? Always fucking freezing when you lose power. It's never like, oh, it's a nice, comfortable day. We're like, it's okay. You're like, I'm dying. Fucking rude. Anyway, clear things up. I see. I can never guess what thoughts lay behind Emilio's kind smile. That's the scary part, isn't it? He's like, looks all sweet and innocent. He's probably the stabbiest of the stabbers. What is Emilio's objective? It's almost shadier because, like, he's so smiling. Oh, God, I itched behind my ear. Hold on. I had to adjust my headset because my head itched my ear. A few days passed since Orlok and I began staying at the Visconti Manor, during which time Emilio would appear out of nowhere as usual to visit us. Orlok and I continued to gather any information we could about Johann, both for Gilbert as well as for the church. Okay, wait a minute. What the fuck just happened, though? Because it was like, do you really want to know? I do, because if I can fix my wrongdoings, blah, 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 and then we just don't explain at all what happened. We just peace out. I'm like, a few days later, excuse me? Where did the explanation happen? Fortunately, there were no further murders of Gilbert's wealthy clients in town. Neither Leo nor Johann came to attack us, nor had Raoul contacted us since our first meeting. I swear I can read. You wouldn't know it from that sentence. We were actually able to search the streets of Berlin with no ostensible threat of danger. Man, I was doing so well. I was like, no ostensible. And I was like, halfway through, I was like, wait. No, it's ostensible. Okay. Fuck. We could get through a sentence, me being able to read. What was challenging was that we're... Oh, God. What is wrong? I'm telling you, I'm not all there today. Oh, my God. What was challenging was that we were searching for someone highly trained in remaining hidden. Ripped up on that one just because I'm like, oh, I gotta be careful and make sure I read properly. Unable to read properly. Just psyched myself out. Despite his unruliness, Johann was still talented. With no new leads to work with, we returned to my room to think about what else we could do. Why don't I act as bait and... Not a chance! That's too dangerous! Suddenly... on the door. Suddenly Gilbert! I mean, I feel like it's always suddenly Gilbert. Me, got a minute? Before I could reply, Orlok stood and went to open the door. Gilbert blinked in surprise when he saw Orlok. You're here too. Perfect. Can I ask you for a quick favor? He's like, oh, you're here too. Damn. You're always there. I can't hit on her when you're here. I know, right, Gilbert? I mean, Gil's got the best shot because the only other person left alive is fucking Henry. I'm sorry, Gil. I mean, we just did your route and you're amazing. And like, but Henry. If he's gonna wear that wig and that suit, I'm just, Sorry, Orlok. It's your route, but I'm just oogling all the other candy around here. Look, no offense, but Orlok is like licorice, where you're like, gross. That's rude. That's mean. You're not like that. You're like a Snickers, Orlok, where, like, Snickers are good, but, like, when there's, like, Reese's, like, not Reese's peanut butter cups, but, like, the Reese's shapes, like pumpkins and trees and stuff all around, or, like, you know, a Reese's Take 5, or some kind of other candy around, like, I might opt for that. No offense. He's not like licorice. That's mean. I hate licorice, and I like Orlok. But it's like, you know, like a Snickers bar is fine if that's all you have. Like, they're not bad. Like, I'm not going to be like, if I'm like, I'm in the mood for candy and so all you have is Snickers, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. But I'm not going to willingly choose that when there's a whole smorgasbord of candy. You know, that's not my first choice. So, like no offense. I'm thinking about that because I have that in my Halloween candy bucket. But I still fucking have because I had 4 trick-or-treaters. And I'm like, I have so many fucking Snickers and it makes me sad. I was like... I'll eat the peanut M&Ms. I'll eat all the Twixes are gone. But like, and the Skittles, sure, but like, oh really? Sometimes even doesn't only have a Snickers in it? Like, kind of sad. Poor Orlok. Oh. Sweetie, it's just you killed everybody, and so like, I don't know. Anyway. What is it? Oliver's at the wharf now, but forgot to take these documents, which is odd. Will you two be able to deliver them for me? He brought out a large, unmarked envelope. Of course, but are you sure? I would think the contents are confidential to your business. You and Orlok don't strike me as the prying type. Besides, even if you did look, it's all a bunch of jargon. I'm not too worried about it. No Gilbert smiled confidently and continued on. I feel like this is a setup, though. Like, I trust you, Gilbert, but also don't. Why don't you two have some fun while you're at it? Take your minds off the detective work for now and enjoy a pointless stroll around town. You must have noticed the stress we were under when we came back to the manor. Thank you, Gilbert. He's setting us up to get shot. It's really mean. Especially because we just thanked him. Just call me Gil already, will ya? We've been eating the same food under the same roof for days now. Let's see. Gil. I think I was just like, Gil! Limits. I'm worried about Oliver, though. Not gonna lie. When he's like, Oliver left and forgot these. What is wrong with Oliver? Is he okay? Very unlike him. Emilio! The ruins hadn't changed whatsoever. The altar still sealed the relic as it always had. The relic must not be disturbed by the fleeting whims of mortals. This seal should only be broken by the greatest need. That's why it must be protected by the keepers and the Key Maiden. Protected from the trivial politics and greed that have corrupted these human hearts. Worse yet, it's the fascism to which the country has succumbed in recent years. Fascism, a form of authoritarian... ultranationalism. Authoritarian ultranationalism is a fucking phrase. That's hard to say, reading it in any way, shape, or form. Proposing dictatorial rule. Good fucking God, would you stop it with words? Can we just... The cat jumped over the fence. Suppression of any opposition and absolute control of society and commerce. I can do that. Okay. Not put, like, words that are more than, like, 3 letters in here, please. So influential are the affairs of the state on the church's future that they cannot be escaped. Yet there are limits nonetheless. You just really wanted to make me, like, confused, didn't you, Emilio? Jesus. Anyway. He gave a sunny smile at my awkward attempt to call him by his nickname. We left the Visconti Manor and headed straight to the wharf. Oliver noticed us right away, looking curious as we approached. Buongiorno, Oliver. Gil asked us to deliver these documents to you. But I have all the documents right... no. Thank you. Of course. How could I have forgotten these? I go, Oliver's like, I have the document! No, you're right. I have 2 hands, and apparently left hand thought right hand had him, and right hand thought left hand had him. Like, Oliver! Oliver. I expect better of you. You're welcome. His reaction made me realize that there was nothing in this envelope of great importance. Gil really is a nice person, isn't he? Even Oliver was kind enough to play along. Oh. He was like, no, You're right, I forgot. That's so cute. I was like, Oliver, how did you forget shit? You didn't. You're just adorable. Stop it. You and Gil. I never dreamed that we'd one day be so cared for by them. I mean, yeah, I kind of suspected this only. Being cared for by them, because, like, Oliver just, like, will dad anybody. So, yeah. Not unexpected, honestly, at this point. After Gil's route. You know. Did you need food? Did you want a snack? Did you take your vitamins today? Like, Gil, like, Oliver's basically, like, our mom and our dad. Like, he will, like, parent mode us. Okay? And I'm here for it. I love it. And then Gil is also like, I'm just gonna trick you into taking documents down to Oliver, who doesn't actually need these, so that you get the fuck out of the house. I'm gonna pretend that I need you to do something just so you go out and have fun. He's a good friend. Or he did that so we could get shot. I don't know. Look, I don't know. After delivering the envelope to Oliver, Orlok and I took a leisurely stroll along the beach. There were children lined up for gelato, each with gleaming smiles full of excitement. You like gelato, Orlok? I noticed that Orlok's gaze had remained on the gelato place. Since we first caught sight of it. Gelateria? Like cafeteria and gelato.
Oh, I've actually never had any before. I think the last time I tried something like it was when you bought us some rice cakes.
Rice cakes and gelato are vastly different. I see. Back then we were still at the Lao Shu. Orlok brings the heroine to the Lao Shu base. Lan and Faye question Orlok's motives.
You're a holy person, one who'll bring about the end of the conflict here. She was speechless from the sudden revelation, but I believed from the bottom of my heart the prophecy bestowed upon His Excellency. I tried my best to explain so that she could also understand her importance. After we finished speaking, I left her room. Yang, what were you thinking? Yang had dared to appear before her. I only needed to explain things to her, so the fact that he came felt odd and out of place. Yang simply smiled and walked away without answering my question. I considered going after him, but I don't think it's a good idea to aggravate my relationship I have with Yang. Besides, there were other reasons I couldn't leave his position in front of her room. What is it? Lao Shu twins emerged from behind a nearby door where I had sensed them watching. Me? Or are you here for her?
Neither. We're not here to see anyone, so stop glaring at us, will ya?
Yep. We're just curious about what you guys were talking about.
I don't know who's talking to who, so I'm just making it up as we go along.
Faye and Lan appeared to be enjoying themselves as they smiled like children. I didn't know what was on their minds. If I leave the door, the two of them may force their way inside. I can't let that happen for the sake of her safety. She's been through enough as it is.
So, Orlok, what you gonna do now that you've kidnapped her?
Protect her. Huh? You sure you'll just protect her?
She's really cute. Don't you have any other plans in mind?
Plans?
These two... Whoa! What are you doing to our sassy lost twins? Listen, our murder children are not... How dare you? They should not be this... This is something I expect to come out of Yang's fucking mouth, not the murder twins.
Yeah, buying her flowers, going out on dates, stuff like that. Do you want to be sweethearts?
Oh, okay, that is so not where I thought that was going. You know... I know, shame on me. I instantly was like, I have other plans in mind? What the fuck? You know, take her out on dates. Oh. Okay. It's because we're in the Lao Shu and I just... what the...
She's a very holy existence. I'm not worthy of being near her.
But wherever she goes...
Oh, that's... No. I just thought... I don't know who's who any right now, because there's 3 people.
But wherever she goes, I will accompany her. I'll do and buy as much as she wants.
Are you sure you understood what I meant?
He's not getting it, is he? I didn't understand sweethearts, but it's a part of my mission or what she desires, then I'll do my best. I responded to them seriously, but for some reason they were staring at me in disbelief. The actions confused me even more. I didn't often have conversations with children, so I wasn't sure what to say next.
Orlok, you and me both. I don't know how to talk to children. This is awkward. Yes.
Although times were tough.
Although times were tough back then, Orlok and I still shared many happy memories together.
Don't mind. You have some gelato while we're here.
Absolutely. There are lots of flavors to choose from. I wonder which one you'll choose. I like how he's slightly blushing because he wants fucking gelato. Adorable. I took Orlok's hand and we went to stand in line behind the others. A few moments later, we left with 2 different flavors. 1 lemon and 1 vanilla. That sounds amazing. Hey, Orlok, why don't you try some of mine?
Huh? Are you sure? I was curious about the lemon one.
Here you go. Open wide. Choo-choo. Or, here comes the plane. Woo! I don't know. That would be Oliver.
We had moved to the side of the road, and I held a scoop up to Orlok's mouth.
Would be kind of an adorable CG. I'm just saying, we don't have one, but
Well, okay. Orlok hesitantly opened his mouth and took a bite. It's good. Here, try mine.
thank you.
I gladly accepted the scoop of vanilla gelato that Orlok offered.
It's delicious.
My cheeks felt that familiar sting from smiling with the sweet dessert in my mouth.
Yeah, sure, that's all it is.
Sorry. Orlok looked pleased and smiled back at me, and we took our time until we had finished eating. It seems to be getting darker. I think it may rain soon, so we should hurry back. I looked up but saw no clouds at all. It was very unlike Orlok to say something without cause, so I trusted him completely. I nodded and stood, and we set off for Krita.
You know something is sus.
Orlok's intuition was right.
Human weather service, Jesus.
Just as we were nearing the manor, it began to pour out of nowhere.
Too fast, sorry.
We ran under cover nearby to keep dry from the rain. As it grew stronger, it sent a chilly gust throughout the air.
Really cold now.
Space, put this on.
Oh, okay. Just threw his jacket around us. This is a cute CG. It's adorable.
Orlok's coat was a little too large for me, but it held on to the warmth from his body as he draped it over my shoulders. Thank you, Orlok. I could smell Orlok's soft, clean scent from it. Being surrounded by it like this made my head spin.
Girl.
Oh, He looked at me with gentle eyes.
That was loud.
A crash of thunder startled me, so he pulled me closer to him with a firm arm. Don't worry, I'm here with you.
His little sad face. I mean, I saw her giant eye leap off her thing when the thunder happened, but I didn't see his, little concerned face. It's sweet.
His sweet voice was like music that melted away all my worries.
Not when I do it.
Orlok? I was transfixed by the rare sight of him dampened by the rain, holding me closely. Am I imagining things, or has he grown taller? He looked much more mature than before. What is it, Space? Responded.
Look handsome. Tell him he looks handsome, girl. Girl! Hike up your tits and tell him he's handsome. Hell yeah!
Woo! Don't laugh, but I was just thinking about how handsome you are. I forced myself to say it before I lost my nerve, but I still stiffened with shyness.
And understandable. Okay, look. Again, you know I hate, the awkward, shy, embarrassed shit, but awkward virgins, the two of us, so this makes sense, and the first time you tell somebody that, you're like, you look handsome. I can understand you being slightly shy about it. It's fine. The shyness I get. You know.
He blinked a few times in surprise. Like you keep getting stronger and more reliable each day, and even more handsome. Sometimes when I look at you like this, it makes my heart race.
Girl, okay. Props for standing up and telling this man what you were thinking and not being totally awkward about it. A little awkward, feel a little awkward telling him this, but you're super hot right now. Good for you. Bravo.
He smiled softly at me. Just as I thought, his expression was a lot more mature than before.
And the thing is our love interest, the boys are always you're so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. But we never sit there and you're really strong and reliable and handsome. Really nice to tell them. It'll warm your cold, dead heart.
Grazie, signorina. And that makes me happy. I've been wanting to... How did I say it before? Man to you.
It comes out so awkward.
Which is why I'm glad to hear that I'm making your heart race now. And you seem to always make my heart race, so why don't we enjoy the way we make each other feel together?
Orlok! What are you asking?
my cheeks getting hotter and hotter with each word he spoke. We spent a while longer cuddled together in the shade until the rain died down. The warmth we felt from each other kept us warm despite the cold. I suppose Gil's thoughtful errand helped me realize the feelings I had for Orlok all along. Didn't we already know the feelings we had for Orlok all along? I'm just throwing this out there. But anyway, that's a cute place to end it. Like, adorable. Snuggling under the rain, getting a little, like, make my heart race. He's like, you make my heart race. Let's make our heart races together. Our hearts race together. Okay, I can't speak proper words today, so whatever. But anyway. Oh yeah, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.